Hey, what's happening? Good afternoon. Welcome back, everybody, to the JR Wisdom channel. Y'all catch me? I figure I might as well go ahead and do this video real quick since about to head up out of here, leaving work. Letting this thing load up real quick. This was something I've been kind of like talking about this for the past couple weeks. I know it's probably people still at work or doing their own thing, but I'm up out of here. But like I said, I've been wanting to talk about this for the past couple weeks about this topic in particular, and how so many people, especially in this social media realm, and it's not just women. That's why I didn't name this, something like women taking trips, or women taking whole trips, girl trips, whatever you want to call it, But when it comes to these things, when you see a group of women, more than likely she's the custodial parent, and the man isn't. So, my thing is when you're going on vacation and taking these trips, and you posting these pictures and you're showing off, and you're doing it for the gram and for Facebook and all these other things about how great you got it, and nobody's counting money, but it's like you work 25-30 hours a week. Not hating none of that. You work 25-30 hours a week, and you're able to take these extravagant trips, and who's ever footing the bill, whether it be your sugar daddy and all that, you need to do, it never gets revealed, but you got a lot of people who have children, and the children never go on. You never see the children on vacation. You never see the children going on trips with them. They're smiling, these ladies, what I'm saying? They're smiling. What's up, Char Willie? They're smiling in bikinis, got their pina coladas in their hands, weed blowing in the breeze, you know what I'm saying? Shades on, never getting in the water, having a good old time, Vegas, South Beach, Myrtle Beach, top three. Nobody goes anywhere else, right? That's where we see it. So, they're doing these things, and your children are either staying with your parents, aunties, uncles, and all this stuff like that. But what we must remember is, like me, we didn't really go on vacation. We just had free lunch during the summertime, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? Because we was broke. But if you got the money to take yourself, why not take your kids? You know what I'm saying? Give them that experience. Just imagine if you were in that same position, whether you did or didn't take vacations when you were that age, when you were younger, and your parents could or couldn't afford, especially if they couldn't afford to go on vacation. Why are you gonna, I'm gonna use that term loosely, why are you gonna cheat your children out of going on a nice vacation while you living it up, having a good old time, and your kids are, what's happening, JJ? Your kids are eating ramen noodles, or playing PlayStation and all this other stuff while you working on these things, and checking in at every single spot, checking in at every single IHOP, every restaurant that you can get a hold of, and then you're gonna wear these pictures out, and that's the only time people see you, is they want to people. This social media thing is crazy. You want them to see you at your best, right? And throw the shades on. I gotta look cool for y'all real quick. The sun is blasting out here. It's the only time people see you is they see you at your best, right? They don't see anything else from you on social media except when you're out at these places, right? So you'll be on these trips, doing all these great and wonderful things, and after the trip is over, for the next 52 weeks, you'll post every Thursday saying Throwback Thursday or Flashback Friday, hashtag take me back, and all this other bullpucky. So this is unjust, for you dudes that's doing the same thing, going on these trips, partying trips for the fellas. Meanwhile, you can't take your kids anywhere. and that may not be your fault, but you know, whatever. But if you have the opportunity to do so, it's that you fellas doing the same thing, going to Vegas, going to South Beach, Myrtle Beach, but you don't even want to invest a few. Well, I can't afford it. Well, if you can't afford it, then if you can't afford for your kids to go, then you shouldn't be going. That's all I gotta say about that. I mean, your people saying it's easier said than done. Or I need a break. Yeah, everybody needs a break, and I'm not saying you don't deserve a break every now and then, but damn, every vacation that you're going on, like seriously, every vacation that you're going on is just you and some friends. Kids are never make sure I ain't about to hit nobody. Kids are never, included in the equation at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all think in the chat about this whole situation. I hear this, 1-800 Sugar Daddy, but y'all ever know? They go out because they don't want to be bothered with their kids, right? Y'all ever notice like these trips? And I see it all the time on social media. I think I talked about it before. I'm adjusting my nose ring. Excuse me. I'm not picking my nose. But you ever notice, especially these ladies, right? They go out on these trips, but you never see the sugar daddy, which I can understand. He's playing his position and stuff like that. But you'll see the sugar daddy will take a picture of like a million pictures of the woman, stuff like that. But you'll never see his face. The man who's financing this excursion. You know what I mean? What's happening with that? Why is that? Can anybody answer that? He'll sit there and the trip is going. But I mean, being her professional photographer, he just fun and she just has fun. One girl told me, she said, dude was like, some simp was like, yo, you wanna go to Jamaica? She was like, sure. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, he can be married too. She was like, sure, I go to Jamaica. He's like, okay, I'll pay for your passport, the tickets, and all that. She was hesitant to do it because, how this cat had looked. He's like a washed up old dude. You know what I'm saying? So her girl told her, said her best advice is just stay drunk the whole time. And obviously you're going to have to give it up. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is comedy. Definitely comedy to me. I got all my shades in the store looking like an asshole right now. I know this dude see me in here all the time. Hold on a second, y'all. Sugar Daddy sounds. I know I'm looking. I got my shades on. I'm sitting here looking crazy. I wouldn't want to be seen with an internet thought, though. Yeah, but everybody has a purpose. Don't forget a jar of peanut butter. Well, what do they need peanut butter for? Taking peanut butter on a vacation. But what I'm saying, JJ, you said nobody wants to see. Don't forget a jar of peanut butter. I wouldn't want to be seen with an internet thought though. That's why these guys take them to these islands where they won't be seen. They be tricking off just like a lot of these dudes be tricking off on these porn stars, but don't want nobody to know. If they have enough money to trick, but I'm a professional, I would say out of the photo too. Yeah, I guess it's like I said, it's quid pro quo. You get it's this for that, But you mean to tell me you on a trip by yourself? You know, it's funny because if you're on social media, you see it so often, like this lone, beautiful muse on the beach by herself, the whole trip at the restaurant by herself. I need some music in the background. No, because I'm not trying to get a copyright thing and they demonetize my video, even though there ain't gonna be that many people watching this shit anyway. Good afternoon, Faith. Good afternoon, Jared. Jared, you must never get outside, man. You always commenting on the background. But I guess the sun up in Canada, the sun don't shine too much either, though. I guess. Get the likes up, even though it's not that many people in here. You know what I mean? Man, I hate when people do this. The traffic crazy or whatever. Take your kids. When I was a kid, I wanted to go to like these places so bad. But like I said, we were broke. You know. I wish. Mommy, you mean to tell me I gotta stay here again? Where are you going at? You going on a business trip? But you don't work. What are you talking about? You going on a business trip? I mean, she ain't lying at the same time. You know what I mean? She's not lying about going on a business trip. Motivation Wednesday. You meant to say Motivation Wednesday. Yeah, I'm sorry. We getting off topic right now, but I'm sorry. I haven't been putting those videos out first thing in the morning. You know what I mean? Yeah, they stingy, Char Willie. You know what I'm saying? They stingy, real stingy. Nah, I'm just joking, man. I don't care. I'm just shooting the S with y'all, shooting the shiza. You know, I don't care if you like the video or not. You know, it ain't going double platinum anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, tell your homies, tell your girls, you know, take care of your kids, you will be blessed. You don't take care of your kids, and not to say that you aren't, but in that aspect. Same thing when it comes to child support. You know, you paying child support, you live in a certain lifestyle, but your kid is not living that lifestyle, or they're living in poverty, but you're living affluently, or you're living up here. Your quality of lifestyle is up here, but your child's quality of life is like way down here. You know what I mean? It's unjust. You know, that's not cool. And I guess that's kind of like why they do that with the whole child support thing. You know, it shouldn't be like set so far apart. You know, give that child that experience. Give that child a chance to see something different, even if it is just a beach in the United States. He said, outdoor scenery is heaven for the eyes. It is, man. I don't know how much y'all can see out here, but you know, I live where it's nothing but beaches, greenery, sun, clouds, rain, lightning. That's all we have here. If you ever want to come to you know, South Carolina or the Southeast overall, you know what I mean? That's all we have out here. You know, and rivers and all this other stuff. Staying in one place. I'm from a place where people stay. You know, they're content living in this area. Not where I live at now, but where I'm originally from. I'm from about an hour from where I live at now, and people stay there, live, die. You know, everybody's having sex with everybody. It's like one of the most dangerous cities in the state of South Carolina, if you want to call it a city. You know, it's a very low population, and there's not much to do. But people doing something big is like going to Charlotte. Even sometimes they talk about going to Charleston, where I live at. I know when I was a kid, that was like something big, going to Charleston. Or even going to Myrtle Beach was something big. See, there's the river, Ashley River right there. You probably see the Ashley River over here. I done crossed the bridge already. You know. So getting all these text messages. So it's even better if you can save up, get away from the projects and roaches. Most definitely. It's even better if you can save up, or you can take some of that income tax money. I was winking my eye, y'all can't see it though. Take some of that income tax money and invest in a trip, a cruise, you know, what have you, even if it is, you know, for a short time. I know flights are expensive, but when you start, you know, I think there's a few videos on the, you know, people thinking that traveling is so expensive, but when you look in the grand scheme of things of what you do spend annually, yeah, I said cruise. when you look at the grand scheme of what you spend on items other than the bare necessities, you know, you have enough money to travel. You have enough money for your children to travel. You know what I'm saying? You do. But I guess I wouldn't have too much to say or to really have an issue with it if people weren't just so flashy about it and showing off that they're going on a vacation, but the kids aren't with them. You know, and they're, you know, showing it off, putting it in everyone's face, and that's the first thing I say, well, where the hell are your kids at? You know, where are your kids? Because that's not a vacation. What is this? What are you doing, man? I'm on like mad slow. Yeah, so that's not a vacation. He said, how you say that? Curacao? I don't know how to pronounce that, man. Curacao should be your next vacation. Why don't that be your next vacation, Jared? You telling me that should be my next vacation? You know where I'm trying to go at? Because I wanted to go back to DR this summer, but I really want to go to Montenegro. Montenegro is where I want to go at. It's a beautiful place. Or the south of France. Somewhere in the south of France. It's beautiful. You know. That's where I want to go. I don't want to go to like a lot of these places that everybody, you know, just so, you know, everybody goes constantly. You see people posting stuff up. So, yeah, you came in late, Faith. I already said that. Sometimes you do need no, I mean Montenegro, not Monte Carlo. Montenegro. Montenegro is you know, was it along the Baltic Sea or something? Eastern Europe? No, I did mean Montenegro. You can look it up if you've never heard of Montenegro. It's in Europe. Beautiful beaches. I'm quite sure where Montenegro is, man. I'm not telling you something that that I don't know what I'm talking about, you know. That's where I want to go at. Look it up. Tell me how beautiful you think it is. Montenegro. So she said, don't be calling me names. Nah, there's all types of places out there, man. People just used to following a lot of times what other people are doing. That's one of those locations. Just like Maldives. A lot of people are starting to go there now. You know. Yeah. Said the folks there are prejudiced. I guess I'll have to find out, huh? Yeah. But I don't know it well. I meant to say. Yeah, y'all gotta get out of those, you know. Save up some money, set a little money aside, you know. Put it in your budget. If you just squandering money on all this on some stuff that you really don't need, set it aside in your budget, you know. Get from out of the projects, get from out of the P's, and do something. You know. I'm probably gonna be losing signal here shortly because there's like a blackout area when I be driving, you know, in this certain part of the city right here. Well traveled, well learned, man. I hear you, man. I'll take your word for it. But yeah, guys, I think I pretty much covered what I wanted to get talk about. Probably come on later or do some do regular videos sometime. I gotta start knocking out all that list that Char Willie sent me of all those. Even if it is a 3 to 5 minute video, I'm gonna just start knocking them videos out. So you got like 20 topics on the I was looking at it the other day. You got like 20 or 30 topics to discuss on there. Talk about all that, but I might as well do it even if it takes a few minutes. Instead of trying to stretch it out, just get straight to it. Hey, this is what it is. Bam, bam, bam. I know how to keep a man busy. Why is this motherfucker riding my ass? Excuse me, pardon my French. People act like, what I don't get is when you in traffic and traffic is bumper to bumper, why do people think that going fast is gonna get them somewhere? Fast is gonna get you anywhere. Nah, she ain't handing out assignments. I asked her for some topics. I'm thinking about jumping on Patreon. Sorry if this thing is. I'm going through a bad area right now, everybody. So if you see it pixelated and breaking up, I'm trying to get out of this blackout zone that I'm in right now. And then this is where the traffic normally bottlenecks. They think they will get there faster. I guess, getting upset, and it's like you what's that Office Space at the beginning of the movie where the guy is going from lane to lane thinking once he gets in one lane it slows down, he tries to get back into the other lane, then that slows down, and he's just looking like an idiot and just staying still, but yeah, I'm thinking about doing jumping on Patreon, doing some life coaching sessions or something like that. Some advice and stuff like that. Yeah, the Bahamas video, it was, next time I won't take a cruise to the Bahamas. Yeah, Office Space is the truth. I won't take a cruise. I want to actually fly in there. I like the people down there, and I think that's where I like being amongst the people as opposed to like that tourist hurry up and rush. Here, this is the jacked up prices, all that stuff like that. You know what I mean? I like to actually be in the experience, interact with the people, walk around, not being with a group of people looking like a damn tourist, feel like a fool. You know what I mean? That's how I prefer to do it. And that's how I felt this time. But I wanted to do it to take my boys. Don't try to get over here, man. Bahamian. They're friendlier. Carlos John. Ain't Carlos John? He be the one that be dropping like $1 million on them live on them. Is that the same guy? That's another dude. Dude be dropping like $100 in each chat. I be like, damn. I need to figure out what he do for a living. We friends on Facebook, Carlos? I can't remember. I think we are. You from Louisiana? Or something like that? Cause I need to start, You got money to throw like that, I need to get me a gig like that. Goodness. Oh, Creole? Yeah. I thought I saw something about you on Facebook. You being in Louisiana. Or whatever like that. I gotta make it down there too. I done had that, people ask me that plenty of times. You from Louisiana? No, I'm not from Louisiana. I gotta make it there though. You been to the States, but Trump ain't making it easy. Canada is the chief trading partner of the United States. It shouldn't be difficult at all for Canadians to get up in here. Isn't that how most people from the West Indies and from the islands, they get into America, they go to Canada first? Now I'm driving around on the boulevard, trunk bleeding. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's like it's the racism I don't want to confront. Don't look at. I hope you're not going off of what you see on TV as far as the racism in the United States. You know, people say they're not wanting to come to the U.S. because of the racism. Yeah, it's racism here, but it's not like it's that covert stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not like people walking down the street saying, "You dirty ass, you dirty nigga, you fucking piece of shit." Nah, it's none of that shit going on. It's specific, and I live in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Which is the birthplace of the police department. Is in South Carolina. You know what I mean? So this dude about to get his ass hit. Why folks be walking across the damn road like this? But it's not that serious, man. It's not that serious. If you worried about coming to the States because of racism, I mean, that stuff doesn't happen. Like, I hear some Brits. I got a guy I work with. His wife is of African descent, but she's an African Brit, and she was scared because she thought that women out here, especially black women, were like what she see on Real Hoes of Hollywood and Love and Hip Hop and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So she was actually scared to go certain places because she thought that all black women were like that. Oh, American women. She thought that all, black American women were like that. Which this is based off TV, but the Brits love watching that stuff. I guess they really think that's how women are. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, man. Media is crazy. All them shows, man. It just gives you the wrong perception about, and it's not really like that. Celebrities, the stuff you see, they're not really like that. These people who you think are tough, they're not really tough. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, Carlos John. Shout out to you, bro. That's that 1914. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, how I'm gonna attack the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do something like something special outside of this YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I want to do something like some personal, like, obviously Patreon is supposed to be more personal than YouTube, but I want to get involved with something more personal with with those who pledge. As they say, I haven't really looked on there, but as far as the gifts, they said people who pledge, you're supposed to offer a gift. So what better way than something personal, basically directed at those who are pledging or subscribing, whatever you want to call it. So I've been trying to come up with ideas for that. These past few days. I'm starting school this fall here, so I know not raising kids. I know I'm already gonna have a full plate, but starting school, that's something. Then not that I have epic levels of putting out content, but it's probably gonna try to. Hopefully, it doesn't slow down too much because I'm not gonna be taking that many classes at once. But what will I be studying? Studying that biometrics and cybersecurity and networking, stuff like that. That's the field I'm trying to get into. Trying to jump on that wave because it's highly lucrative, allegedly. I'm a logistician by trade. In the military, I was a logistician, but that's what I'm trying to get into. That's if I don't blow up on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Or get my own talk show. Or some shit like that. You know. Do I know any programming languages? Man, I haven't gotten into programming, man, or any of that stuff, man. I'm trying to learn all this stuff. You know. Not to say I'm computer illiterate. I have my literacy skills, you know, are decent on networking and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm not completely green as if somebody just jumping, like when you first get in college and you got, you know, like older people, you know, trying to go back to college and they have to go to introduction to computers. They got to learn how to move a mouse and learn how to open up a internet, or how to open up a web page on the internet and how to close it and all this stuff. You know, stuff like that. No, I'm not green like that. Trying to get in the game, but you know, unless you're an imbecile with some stuff, you know, it's not like if you're a moderately intelligent person, you know, you can teach anyone anything. You know, when it comes to college and stuff like that, with the exceptions of some trades obviously you have to, you know, go through, because so many people be lying on their resumes and all this other stuff, claiming they know this and this, and a lot of that stuff you just learn on the job. You know what I mean? It's just if you can just pick stuff up quick, you know, just the way I see it. But yeah, we shall see what the future has prepared. You know, still trying to reach this 2K. You know, that's gonna be a milestone. Trying to figure out how I'm gonna celebrate that. This 2000, even though it's not in the grand scheme of YouTube, it's not much, but you know, 2,000 subscribers. You know, I'm closing in on it right now. I've been doing this since mid-December, so you know, trying to put out consistent content or whatever, things like that, things of that nature. But yeah, I don't want to be one of them people, you know, those YouTubers who are just talking and they're just looking and they got people watching them and they're not saying nothing. They're just trying to stretch the time out and keep it going. Nah, we're not doing that. It's always suspect out here. It's always suspect. When I started, what was my goal of subs? 100,000. 100,000 subs. That was my goal. You talking about, and I guess that's a long-term goal, obviously. I never really thought about a short-term goal as far as subscribers, but yeah, you know, that was my goal, 100,000, which obviously that's astronomical. That's way out there. You got some guy, like I said, oh yeah, very ambitious, man. But you got these, what do you call them? These viral people who don't really put out content. There's one guy, I guess he blew up on, because he has long hair, long curly hair. Cusp, yeah, I know I'm on the cusp. He has long curly hair, so he just, I guess, they started sharing his photo on Instagram, so he decided to do a YouTube channel, and he got like I'm assuming he got over 100K right now, and he's only been on here for like 3 months. But I think within 2 or 3 days, he was at like 20,000 subs. Yeah, I'm growing my hair out right now, if you can see. Yeah, I'm growing it out right now. You know what I'm saying? He said, so grow the hair out. That's what you're saying, JJ? They'll come flocking to my channel once I grow my hair out. That's the secret. So it don't matter what I say. I could just be on here just saying whatever. And as long as my hair is long, they'll tune in. Simply Deep, what's happening? So I'll keep that in mind. You know, Grow the hair out. Light skin plus mixed hair equals subs. Wow. Well, I guess that's what I gotta do then, huh? Grow the hair out. Then do a tutorial like this dude. Oh, this dude puts out a tutorial maybe once a month and cleans up on views. You got an S curl without texturizer. A S curl without texturizer. Damn. Just throw water on it and keep walking. JJ, yeah, sound like he got it. Sound like he got the formula, Carlos. You hear this guy? Well, O'Shea always said, you know, a lot of these people, you know, especially these viral people, they'll put out like that video that just goes viral. They'll have a whole gang of subs, but they can't put out content, and especially consistent content that anybody really wants to watch. You know what I'm saying? And you'll have the fluke every now and then, you know, where you'll do a video on something, you know, that's trending, and it'll get, just by default of it trending, like a Rob Kardashian and all this other stuff, and it'll get views just based upon the strength. They don't even have to be about nothing, you know. Or some, you know, my highest video ever is off of Bishop Eddie Long's casket. You know what I'm saying? It's like at 120,000 views. You know what I mean? But it's like, and it was a 10-minute video, 10 or 11-minute video. You know, but based off the nature of who this guy was, and even if he did spend $100 grand, you know, allegedly on his casket, coffin, whatever you want to call it, people are going to want to click on that just because they say this man spent $100,000. It's so catchy. He spent $100,000 on a casket. You know, so it's stuff like that. Yeah, but you can get subs off of that. But as far as actually, you know, putting out content after that, nah. Yeah, I mean, you gotta have a platform though. At the same time, you have to have a platform, and I just think there has to be a service that you're offering. People want to see whatever, you know. People want to see more in detail, more personal stuff. They want to, and you have to have something really to offer. I'm not a comedian, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of YouTubers who aren't comedians. I don't say, you know, stuff like that. You know, some people just rolls off, but you know, I think I give good advice. You know, not to toot my own horn, but you know, I'm just saying I think I give good advice when it comes to certain things, and that's why I chose my name, you know, to put it that way. And I've even in my early 20s, you know, I've always been told that. So I think that that's one of those things. It's almost like not to liken myself to a prophet, but it's like it just comes to me, I guess, and people tend to think that it's good information. I don't know. As far as having the right thing to say based on my experience, but I can't speak on certain things. I can only say what's the best thing in my estimation, and not be you know, so off the wall from a realistic perspective. You know, you got people who are counselors and therapists and all this other stuff, studying the human mind, but they've never been in a situation or never been through anything to be able to properly advise someone, you know, on a situation, or give them 2 cents on what someone should or shouldn't do, or reaching a crossroads in life, or why is this happening to me? Why is this person doing this to me? Why is why is my significant other behaving in this manner? What does this really mean? The discernment, the be able to read between the lines of what's actually going on, you know, is you know, one of those things, you know. And I think I kind of, I don't want to say I mastered that, but I think I study people so much, and I've experienced so many things, and hear of people speaking on other situations, and I can kind of like tell what's actually going on, or what's actually not what's going on in that person's head, but what it is that they're trying to do, or how are they trying to move, or if this person is being vindictive, if this person has an ulterior motive, you know, stuff like that, which I think is very important. And it's that's counsel that really a lot of times doesn't have a price tag on it. It's priceless. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I would, you know, I'm trying to figure out how to apply that. I would like to apply that and help more people personally, you know. But as far as Patreon, you know, taking that to Patreon, or, you know, going at it that, you know, in that arena. So I did a video. I hope this thing doesn't do the same thing. I did that video I did this past Sunday sermon. Like it was like 34 minutes, and they chopped it down to 10 minutes once it uploaded, you know, on the live stream. So I hope it doesn't do the same thing on here once this uploads, you know, because it's at like almost 42 minutes, and hopefully when I do upload it, it doesn't do the same thing. But, you know, without further ado, yeah, I'm trying to get that Sunday sermon. I contacted YouTube, and hopefully they can fix it to get those other 20 minutes added back on there, because I think that was a very important video. It was some stuff I wanted to say, and I know a few people said that they appreciated the video, you know, as far as the test goes, being tested with pain or pleasure. So I hope they restore it back to the original time frame, you know, because I do believe that was a good video. And my daughter Jenna, she made a guest appearance in there also. So even though the quality wasn't that well, it doesn't matter as long as y'all can hear what I was saying, you know. So without further ado, man, I'm almost home. You know, make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me hear your thoughts on these vacationing without your kids. I know we kind of got off on this, but hey, this is just one of those extended rants, you know, which I guess can always venture into something else, you know, or into other topics as well. So you know, all the links are in the description. Amazon, my social media, my Teespring for all my t-shirts, you know, merchandise, stuff like that. If you've got any questions, you know, feel free to email me. All that is in the description, along with the Well of Wisdom. Shout out to Carlos John again for the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Peace be upon you all. Remember, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. And the mercy and blessings of the Almighty be upon you. And I will catch you guys on the next live stream or chat. I'm out.